Hello, fellow parents. My name is Rachel, and welcome to Picture Books to Start a Conversation. As parents, we get to teach our kids a lot of things, and some of those topics can be a little difficult, and reading picture books together can sometimes help us talk about different topics. So today, we'll be talking about consent and body boundaries. And here are a couple picture books that I like to start a conversation. I'll start with books that are geared towards the youngest kiddos, working up to a slightly older elementary audience. So let's get started. The first book that I have that is so cute is called Rissy No Kisses by Katie Howes, illustrated by Jess Engel. This book rhymes, it's very engaging for little ones, and it's about Rissy, who is a lovebird. However, Rissy does not enjoy getting kisses like all the other lovebirds. And so at first she thinks there's something wrong with her, but then she has a conversation with mom about different ways that she can show affection and different ways that she can receive affection. And so it's a really cute introduction, not super specific or heavy-handed, but just kind of a little introduction to the idea that I'm in charge of my own body. The next book that I like to show you is Don't Hug Doug. He doesn't like it. Written by Carrie Finnison and drawings by Daniel Wiseman. And this is a great book for younger kiddos. It's very funny, and it's just introducing, again, that idea that Doug's in charge of his own body, and if he doesn't like to receive hugs, there are other ways that he can show affection to others and ask for affection. And that in particular I like about this book, that it does specifically talk about the need to ask when you're going to have a physical interaction with another person. And so this, again, just kind of an easy, funny introduction to the idea of consent and body boundaries. The next book that I'd like to share with you is The Boy Who Loved Everyone by Jane Porter, illustrated by Maisie Paradise Shearing. And this book kind of takes the opposite tact in that the main character is a little boy who loves to tell everyone that he loves them, which can be a little awkward. And he feels bad that other people don't always respond positively to him coming up and saying, I love you, I love you. So if you have a kiddo who's kind of maybe very affectionate and wondering why people don't receive it always in a positive way, this can be a nice book because the mom and her kiddo have a conversation, again, around the topic that kind of everyone sort of gets to decide how they feel comfortable showing affection and receiving affection. And so again, a nice little introduction. It does have a slightly longer text than the other books, and so it might be for a kiddo who has a slightly longer attention span. There's another book that I couldn't get. It's almost always out, but you can put a hold on it. It's called My Body Belongs to Me From My Head to My Toes by Pro Familia. And Pro Familia is actually a German organization, if I'm remembering correctly. They put out this book. It's different from these other picture books in that it is a very specific, detailed, and it talks a little bit about tools that kids can use, phrases that you can use if you feel uncomfortable in a situation, that you should talk to an adult that you trust if there's in a situation that makes you feel uncomfortable. The pictures are very clear, and so when you're ready to have a more direct conversation, I think it's a great tool to talk about consent and body boundaries. And the last book that I wanted to share with you, which I really enjoy, Consent for Kids, Boundaries, Respect, and Being in Charge of You by Rachel Bryan. And this is actually from our parents section. If you haven't had a chance to check out our parents and educators section, I highly recommend it. There's lots of great stuff there. So this book is written more like a graphic novel, you can see. So it may be a little bit longer to sit and read in one sitting with a little one, but it has some great content and it is super funny. So I do recommend you checking it out. One thing I really appreciate about this book that I haven't seen in any other, if you have a kiddo who kind of likes to find the loopholes in rules, I have a kiddo like that. One thing that it talks about that I really appreciate is that there are times when we do stuff to keep ourselves or others safe, and we don't get to decide what happens with our body, like holding hands in a busy parking lot, or taking medicine so we get well, or waiting for the light so we can cross the street. Like that detail in particular, I really enjoyed, because when we first started talking about I'm in charge of my own body, immediately my kiddo's like, well, I don't have to brush my teeth anymore. And obviously that's not the case. So I highly recommend this one if you get a chance to check it out. All right, well, I hope some of these recommendations are helpful for you. If you're interested in this topic, we have many more books on it. So feel free to check out our catalog or talk to a librarian, and we're happy to make recommendations.